Hello and welcome to the Looking for Gold Scrim Summer 2022 tournament. This is round one still, and it's going to be between Topaz Titans and Warrior Cats. And today I am joined by Critic, the legendary flanker of Sinister Six. How are you today?
Howdy. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing awesome, man. Thank you so much for joining me on last minute here. That was really nice of you. Um, so we're going to get right into it. It looks like Topaz Titans is picking the map, and they decided to pick Nepal. So I'm going to get them to ready up here, and we're going to get this underway. I get an R from Boots and Scoots, and I get an R from Superfly. They're on the same team. Still need an R from the Topaz Titans. There's an R from Water. Very cool.
Good. Let's get this show on the road.
Let's get this show on the road. I gore. All right. Here we go. Okay, so Topaz Titans versus Warrior Cats. Now, we didn't actually see the first round between these two, but Warrior Cats kind of known as the first team in this tournament to take a game off of Topaz Titans. And from that point forward, Topaz looking pretty clean with some pretty consistent 4-0s. So this, like, really, Topaz has been kind of the team to beat. And if Warrior Cats brings their A game here, we should see a pretty solid match. That's what I'm thinking. I'm hoping that's the case. What do you think? Who you betting on here?
Well, Topaz has definitely gave us a reality check in the past.
Yeah.
So
if they win here,
definitely told us to tighten up.
then you know who you're facing next round.
Yeah, it would be nice to have a little redemption arc.
Yeah.
I mean, both teams are great. We'll see how this goes.
Hell yeah.
I know that Topaz plays a very good Echo, but
yeah, they
don't see
do.
her yet.
Robo 2 Rocks is a ridiculously good Echo player. We're looking at double shield, though, from the Warrior Cats side. And I kind of like the rotation, except there's two people that are a little bit late to the party. Not going to get punished for it. We got a Brawl stack from the other side, though. So we'll see how they're going to rotate this. And this is actually pretty clean. Well done from Topaz Titans. Excellent rotation, as always. Big wall, and they're going to immediately take down... Oh, they got a boop onto Boots and Scoots as well. Now, Warrior Cats is completely out of this, but they need to get some good damage in right now. Terrible Tim able to actually cap the point in their favor, and that's going to be great for them to, like, not actually lose a whole bunch of value here as much as they normally would, although now Tim might get staggered. No, he stopped himself from getting staggered. That's actually 10%.
That is nice.
That is actually kind of nice. Like, they totally lost the fight, yeah, but, like, they're still ahead in percentage, and they're kind of grouping up.
Yeah, Brawl could definitely beat Double Shield if they have the momentum for it, but the moment they get staggered, the Double Shield could just overpower them.
Yeah, and it's all about the rotations. And one thing I think Topaz Titans has really showcased this entire tournament is just rotations. Like, they move in the correct spots, like at the correct time with the correct number of people, and they do great at it. And that's kind of, look at that.
Oh, the shatter.
Terrible Tim just staying alive through the Rhine swings. Like, that was actually insane. Just stood in front of the Rhine hammer. It's like, yeah, I'll just high noon right in front of you. Oh, Super Silver. Kind of gets a nice little shot there on Terrible Tim. Gonna slow down the approach here. There's no Cassidy in for the Warrior Cats at the moment. But what we do have is a Sigil, and this is one of the best souls to hit on Brawl unless he gets canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is your main tool against the Brawl comp, and unfortunately, it did not work out. I think Robo 2 Rocks flashbanged it. Be really careful about that.
They've got them pushed back pretty far. They got Bongo, but it's not going to help much if they can't get there.
No, they're going to get there because Water did go down. So without the Reinhardt, the Brawl comp understands that they're just going to play back on point. They're going to maybe even let him cap, get their Reinhardt back, and go for another sound rotation. Look at this. Another window. This is second window now from Heidenbush. Heidenbush absolutely cracked on the Baptiste, able to get these windows so fast. Now they lost their Rhine, though. Terrible Tim comes up with a big high noon because Baby Diva doesn't have mech to stop it.
Terrible Tim just going off right now.
Terrible Tim kind of cracked. All right, Thomas, absolutely cracked individual. Both on the casting chair and on the Cassidy.
Yeah, I heard he's pretty good on the casting couch too.
Yeah, that's true. The casting couch. Oh no. More great rotations here, it looks like, from Topaz Titans. Looking to see what they can do. I almost would have liked them to see to take the other rotation through the Mega Room, but this is also fine. This worked last time. They just got to find a nice blizzard like that or a wall. Wall a little bit out there, but they're able to get the blizzard in the right spot. Maybe a little bit too many ults here committed after they've already won this fight. I don't know that Robo needed to ult there, but it does get the secure. That's both DPS ults from Topaz Titans.
Yeah, now they're going to have to rely on Lucio to touch the point.
Yeah.
He didn't make it.
Not going to make it, unfortunately. Really good showing from Topaz Titans, reminding us exactly why they are the #1 seed in this tournament. That was pretty incredible. Also, though, Warrior Cats did still do a pretty good job. It's just they got to figure out on that map a way to spam out the Brawl comp enough to not just fall over. And when Topaz does that rotation from that like corner over the ledge and towards the bridge, then Warrior Cats needs to know that they need to make a simultaneous rotation. Because if they rotate at the same time, yeah, they don't have speed, but it forces the Warrior Cats to not actually, or sorry, the Topaz Titans to not be able to just decide exactly where the fight's going to be. And they might rotate into a position that actually turns out to be bad for them if Warrior Cats can out-rotate them. Now, they're going to stay on the double shield here, though. That's interesting. Normally, we see Brawl v Brawl here because May Sim is so good on point. Like, I don't know how you're going to spam him out. Although, look at Terrible Tim on the Junkrat. That is actually not bad. That's actually interesting. The Junkrat might actually be able to keep them off of that point. This positioning, look at this tight huddle from Topaz Titans, though. They are such a unit, such a solid coordinated pack of people. Lost their Baptiste, though, so they're gonna be forced to make a play, and that's gonna be Rhine down, and they didn't even get cap the point yet. This is the time. Warrior Cats needs to push the point right now. It's just a Symmetra. They need to kill the turrets, take the point, and Topaz didn't even cap. Rub the dub, just trying to get out of this baby D.Va form. Really, actually, I mean, with hindsight, that was an excellent strategy from Warrior Cats to run this Junkrat.
Oh, we might have a high ground battle coming up pretty soon.
Might have it, yes. And I think if we do have a high ground battle, then we're going to see this situation where Warrior Cats is going to have to out-rotate the rotation. Because look at Topaz, very clean, very fast with the Lucio, able to get the Reinhardt really close. The wall comes down, not actually able to create the isolations they needed. But here, no, this is not what you want. You might, maybe it actually lives 4. I thought he was going to get flashbanged again, though, but it looks like Superfly able to get the kills they need. Tire's looking for something. It manages to find Super Silver. Looks like Terrible Tim getting revenge for that May headshot that he got hit with last round. Okay, now we're seeing Robo on the Echo. Here it comes. Here it comes. Okay. So there's even a Mercy Pocket with this as well. So this could be particularly nasty. We're going to take a look at Robo to Two Rocks here and just kind of see what this absolute champion can do on the Echo. See if they can dismantle Warrior Cats' strategy. Starting off with the window there is kind of excellent. Zen is in real danger here.
Oh, they canceled the Shatter.
Not only that, but water is down. That's no main tank left for the Brawl stack, though. Can Robo actually still carry this fight? It's gonna be tough. There's too much down. Too many have fallen.
Yeah.
From the Brawl stack.
The anchor with the double shield is very powerful if they can hold it right.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, it is a little bit awkward to run a brawl stack without the Lucio. It takes too long to make the rotation. I think they see that, which is why Water is now running towards a ball comp. This truly shows like what Warrior Cats can do. This is astonishing. This able to take this map 100-0. That is the Warrior Cats I wanted to see today. And maybe this can be a bit of a humbling experience for the Topaz Titans after running it down the entire tournament. Suddenly has to play against the one team that did actually give him some challenges in the regular season. And now the Warrior Cats just showed him that they can beat Topaz Titans 100-0. So we'll see what happens now. It looks like Water still on the ball. I wonder if he's going to switch over to the Reinhardt. It looks like Rub the Dub is going to be on the Sig. So yeah, they're definitely going to be playing a Rein comp here. Or sorry, a ball comp.
Round 3.
Warrior Cats looks like they're going to go for high ground with the Sim
Yeah.
TP. Uh-oh.
What happened?
Bap just jumped off the map.
Oh no.
That's gonna delay.
That is a
them for just
yikes.
bit.
They're playing really anti-dive. We're seeing a double shield comp where the Sigma would swap to Diva, and they also play Brig and they play Orb. And so I think there might have been some strategy scouting here because they are hard anti-dive, and it turns out that Topaz is on dive. That's some great. That is like this. They built this comp specifically against Topaz Titans on this map, it looks like. Now, Starcheeks is back in the core now, and if they can just gather their senses and get back together here. Water going with our ground pound, hits forward. Anti-nade comes in, and not really any follow-up on that anti-nade, so nade kind of just going to be a little bit useless there. That turret up there, not really doing a whole lot. Now he moves the turret. Daylight turret now touches point, but the turret immediately dies. Starting to tiptoe on point, though, for Warrior Cats. Finally, something's starting to happen. Early window here from Starcheeks. Actually getting a big pick. When you kill that Sigma, that's a really big deal. The core for Topaz Titans kind of looking weak now without that Sigma. Although the Minefield does a great job at sort of like clearing the path for Topaz Titans to remain control here.
They're coming up on quite a few ults too.
Indeed, and it is looking pretty scrappy here. It looks like Topaz will win this first fight. And they also kind of like won the first engage too, just because of that first early death from the Baptiste kind of screwed up the rotation a little bit. I don't know if that might have mentally boomed the Warrior Cats slightly there in the beginning. Now they are gathering up 79% in favor right now of Topaz Titans. Robo in the wings. Gonna have to recall himself out of there. Water looking for a good ground pound here. This rally is in like the perfect time because that was a great defensive response there from Topaz, not seemingly able to do very much damage because of the rally. Now the supercharger's also out. A lot of damage coming in potentially, but Warrior Cats doesn't have their lamp anymore. They're purpled. A lot of distractions coming in. This is final fight territory for Warrior Cats. They have to win this fight to stay in there. Terrible Tim, though, gets a couple of key picks.
Looks like they might.
No remake or Superfly, no.
They just got to make sure to stay on that point or else it's going to go out very quickly.
This window proving that it can make some space, but they don't really take a lot of space with it, unfortunately. And another minefield from Water here is absolutely, probably devastating. Yeah, this looks pretty much in the bag for Topaz Titans. I'm not sure what happened there. I think that I think Warrior Cats had the right strategy. I think they absolutely had a great strategy for that. And maybe they're just not, they're a little bit newer to the comp, but it definitely looks like they were specifically trying to counter a ball comp, and that comp can do that, but I just don't know if they quite had enough practice on the comp, because it is very different to try to play double shield without that double shield, without, you know, with the Diva and with the Brig and the Torb. Very different. So
yeah, that and the bat falling off the map in the beginning probably also threw him down just a little bit too. Couldn't get there quick enough.
Okay, so my reactions to that first map are that this is going to be a really good match. This is going to be really good. It was really close. Like, yeah, that third map looked like it was strongly in favor of one team, and the second map looked like it was strongly in favor of the other. So there's definitely weaknesses and strengths being looked at by both teams here.
Yeah, Nepal is a very close quarters map too, so maybe back in the open range, Warrior Cats can pull off something better.
So Warrior Cats get to pick this next map here. And they're going to go with Bling's Row.
Peasants Row, but yeah.
Peasants Row. Okay. Should I throw the winter one on them and just to piss them off? No, it's kidding.
It is a specialty.
Kings Row winter. All right. We got a ready up from Superfly. One more ready up, and we'll be able to head on over to Kings Row here. Maybe I think Topaz Titans maybe doing a little bit of discussing about kind of how that went
There we
and
go.
maybe why it was that they lost that second round so hard.
Now entering King's Row.
Perhaps.
Yeah, them being able to 100-0 probably did hurt them just a little bit, but they
Yeah.
did come back together in the third map.
Indeed. Now, just give you a little bit of history on kind of what we've seen a lot here on Kings Row. Not a whole lot of full holds. I have seen a lot of teams do really well on attack. Attack when we're looking at attack phases here like this. The attacking team seems to be able to get the point in about 1 or 2 pushes. They don't really get stalled very long here.
Do you see what I see?
Oh, I see what you see. Topaz Titans not disappointing me today. Absolutely using the correct strategy to, like I said, steamroll this first point probably for free.
You know a good way to counter this? Hide behind that bus right there. And it's a pretty good defense strat.
The little bus? This little,
red bus right out of attack spawn.
Oh, I see what you mean.
No, the red one on the attack spawn.
Well, what do you do there though?
Well,
oh, I see. Because they go for the teleporter, and as soon as they do, you just suddenly I don't know, do a charge on the Bastion and kill them.
I mean, make sure the Bastion can't teleport.
This will be very interesting.
Like they are sticking with it too. That statue hide might not be helpful with the Bastion on top.
Here it is. This is it. This is the strategy. The unbeatable. Well, actually, maybe it's beatable.
Back.
Oh, look at the Maywall. The Maywall pushed him off of the statue. Robo maybe getting a little bit outplayed here, actually. And that soldier is in a perfect spot to finish it, but Mercury gets the res. It's okay. It's okay. Daylight's Helix Rocket coming back on cooldown. Robo is off the statue, and that's a big key step for Warrior Cats to actually defeating the strategy. Robo now on the flank, though, behind the soldier. Does soldier do anything? Soldier has to run into the apartments. That's a window. Very early window, though, from Star Cheek. Star Cheek's doing a great job building this window as fast as possible. Just got to stay behind the hotel, beat the spam, but unfortunately, they're not quite beating the spam as much as they needed to. However, I will say we're 2 minutes 53 seconds down on this clock timer there until they actually capped it. But that was over a minute held by Warrior Cats against the most powerful strategy in all of Overwatch.
That is definitely the longest I've ever seen it held against a Smashin. But...
Indeed. The Smashin, I remember that one. Terrible Tim making a good swap here over to the Hanzo to counter the Bastion, except that they're no longer on Bastion, so that might not have been that great of a swap. Now, Warrior Cats is off of the Mei, and there's not really any utility they're playing around. They don't have like a Mei, they don't have a Sim. They're just playing like 2 DPSs, not really any utility DPS. However, I guess as long as you get a nice shatter, you can still
All right,
just
the tank still cleaned it up for him.
mow the team down.
Got a diva just stalling on
So,
point.
despite having a little bit of a, I'd say, a lack of utility, like no Mei, no Sim, in the Warrior Cats side, one thing you can say about Soldier Hanzo is the range and the poke pressure. And if you were to try to analyze like which team has a little bit more poke and which team wants the fight to last a little bit longer, you definitely give it in favor of Warrior Cats. Despite the lack of utility, their poke is better, and so they
Well,
can
with
survive
this
longer in
brawl
these
is coming
fights.
around.
They do want longer range fights to happen.
Yeah,
That's a
one thing I see
really
with
good
Hanzo
ult.
is he can build his ult very quickly as well, so it kind of gives him time
Yeah.
to clear it.
No, I think that if Topaz Titans really tracked that Hanzo ult, they would not have rotated through that tiny area. Really allowing Tim to just throw an arrow into that little tiny connector area there. That's just a free fight win for the Warrior Cats. So need to be paying a little bit more attention as Tim is insane, actually cracked on the Hanzo, able to build that dragon at a surprisingly fast rate. Let's see Water's shatter though here.
They both really like that Mei wall. Shatter finds him.
It's a big shatter. We love to see it. With Superfly down, Warrior Cat's really going to have to play the retreating game here, and this is like a snowball area here. So if they don't keep an eye on what's going on, they might get snowballed, and they don't want that to happen. Big window from Star Cheeks. Star Cheeks really building these windows pretty quickly. There we go.
Let's see what this counter shatter can do.
Look at Water almost got
Man.
another shatter too. Like that, Water actually builds these incredibly fast. A lot of ults coming from both sides. Look at Daylight. Oh my. Oh my. Okay. Not going to flank that
Well,
hard,
that could
apparently.
be
Okay.
nice.
Coming back to reality a little bit there, Daylight. Rub-a-Dub initiating with a great Diva Bomb, and Water also kind of just like coming right in with it. Terrible Tim firing back with a Dragon Arrow, picks 2 off in the back line. Superfly takes the advantage and goes for a pin when the enemy team couldn't do anything about it. Honestly, what I was saying before, how not many teams seem to be doing well on defense for King's Row, you know, I'm going to have to take back what I said there, because it looks like Warrior Cats is actually really good at defending King's Row. They have taken the onslaught. We're down to 1 minute and 30 seconds left, and they're still on street space.
Yeah, but Topaz does have the ults to turn this around.
They do, indeed. Good block. Now a good counter shatter here could actually end this fight before it even begins. Oh, a little bit of an awkward window there. This is going to be a blanking shatter, but it needs to happen very fast.
Cree, is this a Critic flank I see?
Look, it's actually an
Down one.
insane flank from the Reinhardt. Oh my god. It doesn't quite work out for him, unfortunately, but it was a pretty cool flank shatter. Oh,
My
okay.
God, already got it back.
Water builds these shatters like Tracer builds Pulse Bomb. It's just a cooldown to this man.
True.
And after I say that, he just kind of fire strikes a wall. That's awesome. Robo 2 rocks. Going off the Doom, back onto the Cassidy. I don't know if he was thinking about going Doom there. I didn't see him. Maybe, was he Doom? I don't know how long he was Doom. I don't know if he swapped Doom for just a moment or not. Rub-a-Dub immediately takes us a really powerful high ground position, this power position on top, and isn't really being contested too much. Sheffy trying to contest it, but can't really survive too long up there. And now Warrior Cat's kind of pigeonholed into a not great position until Terrible Tim does that. Now they have all the space that they can ever ask for. And Topaz Titans kind of just blows a wall to stay alive. Robo out in the middle of Narnia. What is he doing?
I support it. It's okay.
You support it. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I support the little creep like that works.
Little creepling. My God.
Yeah, they don't have much util on the Warrior Cat side, so they're gonna be able to push this pretty easily.
Indeed. Daylight trying to stall there for a little bit as long as possible. Superfly looking to get in the point. Ooh, that's actually a big shatter, but are they gonna be able to touch? Yeah, they are touching actually. Robo 2 needs to find a lot with this, although wow, okay. Or Hide and Bush can just kill 2.
Round 1 complete.
I gotta say, Baptiste on both teams today have just shown us really cracked performances.
0.
I'm very impressed.
Yeah,
by
they've been getting
both.
they've been getting their windows very fast,
Mhm.
and it's great.
I agree.
It was a very strong hold at the end by Warrior Cats, though. Only got them down to 34 seconds.
Yeah, considering like how it began and the absolutely unbeatable strategy that was used from the Topaz Titans, I don't see how they even got the time bank down that far, honestly. The real question is, are they going to fire back with the same strategy? Are we going to see both teams run the bash? Yes, we are. Thank you, Tim. You do not disappoint.
I've had bad luck with teams, but this one seems all right.
This is going to be stupendous. What, here's the real question, right?
30 seconds.
Warrior Cats was able to defend the unbeatable strategy for over a minute. The question is, will Topaz hold for over a minute against the unstoppable power of Bastion?
True. It's like they've all swapped roles. Now the defense is running more of a brawl while we got smashing on the attack.
Smashing on the attack.
3, 2, 1.
Kind of in a vulnerable spot, though, if Bastion gets set up.
Objective A.
They kind of are. I wonder if they're inspecting it.
Oh,
They rushed them. It's actually
That is
insane. They
smart.
were waiting for it. Oh my God. Topaz was waiting for it. Boots just kind of hiding off, making sure he doesn't die.
it's a beautiful counter. If you know they're going to do it, might as well beat them to it.
Honestly, even... Oh, it's water. Look, he's using third-person perspective here. To kind of
Water
look...
also has shatter almost.
Do it again.
And there's the
Oh,
stun.
no way. Although, we got a couple on point here now, though. I don't know how they're going to be able to convert this. Sheffy and Boots and Scoots
gotta
might
check.
be feeding their asses off here. Looks like they are, but it might create the opening. No, I think they're able to kill it quick enough because, look, Topaz doesn't actually have to give up to choke. Now Terrible
They're
Tim
switching to a pharmacy.
gonna switch to Pharmacy, and this is a really, really good swap, actually. This is about the best swap I could think of as far as swaps go. Because there's not much that Topaz can do outside of Robo just literally having to hit those shots. Like Tim, the prowess on this bar is just absolutely demolishing the Topaz Titan strategies. In fact, like they probably should have just rolled out with this from the beginning. But then we wouldn't have been able to see the smash on both sides.
Far creates a lot of pressure, and Brawl kind of has a hard time dealing with it if your Creek can't hit his shots.
Yeah, absolutely. The redundancy of range pressure angles just a little bit too overwhelming for Topaz Titan's Brawl stack to do anything about. And a Barrage going to finish that off for sure. High Noon from the top, able to find the Mercy, but is just going to feed himself on point. Live a little bit longer there. Defense, going to have to give it to Topaz Titans. In fact, that was a pristine defense against the Smashing strategy. I am very impressed. Very awesome job from them. We're going to get Robo on the Echo. So we're not even looking to hit scan the far out of the sky. We're looking to straight up just sticky beam him. And this is going to be interesting because there is no mercy pocket on the side of Echo here. Echo has a monumental task ahead of them alongside the Diva. And they get it. Robo and Rub are together able to take down that Pharah. Boots and Scoot has to get out of there. A lot of space made. Superfly not looking good, has to peel behind that wall, able to barely survive. Unfortunately, wasn't able to keep the shield up long enough to block that incoming shatter. Starshake's going down there too. Daylight wants to not die, gonna try to sprint around back through apartments. They'd be able to get away there.
Just switched to Echo and already got 50% charge. That is insane.
Robo is kind of cracked. Okay, now Terrible Tim off of the Pharah doesn't actually want to duel Robo in the sky, apparently, in the Diva on the flank. On the Mei now to give some utility to this comp, but if they're going to switch to this kind of more brawlier comp, I kind of feel like Sheffy needs to maybe be off of the Sigma, because without any sort of like, I don't know, no Diva, no Zarya, it's kind of harder for the Reinhardt to get around, except I guess if you do ult the whole enemy team, there has potential value there. Mercury kind of going to respond there with a beat, and that's going to come with another response from Star Cheeks with a window.
Lucio copy? Maybe it was just an accident.
That looks like an accident to me. Was that a Lucio copy? Yeah.
Yeah.
You generally want to pick up a tank, and I think they might have aimed for a tank, accidentally hit Boots and Scoots. So the legendary Lucio hidden move where you just run in front of the Reinhardt real quick to get the dupe on you.
Water could build Shatter if they come up and contest this.
Oh, they lose the Blizzard. I don't think Terrible should have. I don't think Tim should have done that. You know, in hindsight, maybe that Blizzard wasn't terrible. I guess if it does actually land, they do have like 4 or 5 alive there to maybe clean that up. But it's so risky. I mean, Rub has his mech. You might lose it to that. You might just die. I mean, it just seems like definitely a bit of a panic ult there from Thomas. Daylight on a flank with Soldier ult here, opting to give away his position before actually using it. Not a mistake that a resident critic would make.
Absolutely not. The Soldier ult against this type of team comp too is kind of interesting because you won't really find that much value. You got a lamp, you got a bunch of heals being shoved into them.
Although if you can get the lamp off, that can open up a play, and it usually just baits out cooldowns and gives a little bit of space. Doesn't really go for kills. I think that's what they're going to be using it for. In this case, Daylight not even opting to use the ult, just trying to make some space with an off angle. Stays alive there and actually gets kills Robo. Another lamp from Star Cheeks. Gonna meet a beat from the other side, a beat from Boots and Scoots to respond. Water goes down with Shatter. Superfly with a great counter Shatter though. That's a fight-winning counter Shatter actually. Warrior Cats is gonna be able to take this home.
Oh.
30 seconds remaining.
Now Sheffy has stayed on this Sigma pick, which really turns Brawl into more of a spam Brawl hybrid comp, like a more of a sprawly comp. And we're at a point now where Sheffy has ult again, and Topaz is still on Brawl. And okay, so this Sigil is actually really good against the Brawl comp as long as he doesn't get flashbanged out of it. A lot of potential value to be had here. And he gets stunned out of it. Unfortunate.
Yep.
Gotta be really careful with that.
Counter Blizzard. Found a couple.
Still, I think pretty well played from the Warrior Cats side there. Despite losing that Sigil, they didn't let it get them down, and they kept their head in the game, kept their targets on focus. Superfly able to take down the Baptiste there, hiding bush. Wall comes out, makes a little bit of space here for Water to kind of walk into the open, but then they're just gonna shatter right through the window.
God. Beautiful.
Wow. That was a crazy heroic play from Water to just look the window straight in the face and just press the Q button. Yes, Water, you have my attention. You are an absolute monster of a player. Okay, Daylight's still looking to use this. I don't know if they've held it this entire time or not.
Yeah, I think they've held it on all this time.
It's a good window, or sorry, good wall to beat the window there.
10 seconds remaining.
Kree Oh, he got found. I was about to say.
Superfly steps forward, gets a pretty massive shatter there. That shatter able to kill both supports is really pivotal here, and Daylight coming in from behind as well with a
Warrior
ult of
Cats
his own.
do have the numbers.
Robo swapping to the Bastion on the final play here. This is actually kind of insane. You don't see that very often. Usually it's a stall pick like Doom, but this Bastion pick it actually might take it home for him.
Warrior Cats just seem to be pulling through this.
Warrior Cats is actually going to just definitely pull through here. The beat, great time. The wall is awesome. Superfly recontesting with the ball. Well done, and they were able to overcome that little tiny obstacle that Robo created with the Bastion on the side. They didn't let that just carry the game away. Both teams seeming to know how to defeat Bastion pretty well.
Both teams have a very short amount of time on the bank, so we're probably going to see a very, like a divey or a very fast brawl. Or they're just going to smash it again?
Okay, I love the strategy. Listen, guys. I love the strategy, but you got rolled on this strategy last time, and I just think maybe it's not the play this time. I absolutely would think that the best play is to bring that Pharah back out, assume they're not on the Echo. They can see it. Like, look, Silverfly, or Super Silver's just obviously going to put a wall in front of the door to give them as little time as possible in the beginning. So they know they're on Brawl. They should 100% switch off the Bastion.
Well, the minute on the clock, once Bastion falls, you're not going to have anything to really kind of pull through with that.
Water again, checking this corner with a third-person camera. Oops. Oh, that's a very interesting little difference of play. To immediately teleport to that little high ground perch up there. I love that. That is so awesome. Superfly jumping down to try to maybe contest something going on there in Hotel. Bastion now rotating wide statue here. And it looks like Topaz is going to be forced to rotate through Hotel and take a fight right here. Unfortunately, Terrible Tim. Okay, now he's in a position to actually make a big difference here. Rub the Dub going to go down.
You know what?
That
Caribbean
was well played.
In a minute on the clock. They pulled through with it.
It's not over yet. We still got Mercury kind of running through apartments here. We get maybe another touch from Mercury. Hide and Bush is going to go down. Boots and Scoots on an absolute tear over here. Okay, so we are in overtime, and Warrior Cats has managed to cap the point using this interesting Bastion strategy and a very nice implementation of the Bastion strategy. And Terrible Tim immediately swaps to the utility hero for the Brawl comp. Still got Sheffy on the Sigma here. Superfly has ult. And Hide and Bush also has ult here. We're going to take a look at Hide and Bush, see how they use this window. Immediately gets walled off. It's a good wall from Warrior Cats. The Shatter not really able to find much. They can't really do much about it. And this window is staring Water down in the face. Superfly absolutely dominates the enemy front line, throwing a Shatter right in their face. This is going to be potentially another fight when Robo behind Daylight. Is Daylight going to find it? No, Robo is now in a massive flank.
Robo does have the off angle.
This is actually really on edge right now. They have to kill these flankers before they do anything else. They have to stabilize their position.
So they have a chance.
Oh, this is really good. So Robo getting caught out between the people coming back from spawn there, unfortunately for him. And Boots and Scoots beats to stay on payload to make sure they don't give that up. Really awesome play. Daylight on his incredible flank. Getting Hide and Bush. That's a massive... Oh, that's so huge. That's a... Like, Hide and Bush isn't going to be able to make it back to this fight, like, by the time we cap, I don't think.
They also have a Blizzard that we can use.
Yeah. Terrible. Going to be able to use this... Oh my god, that wall is insane too. So he puts up the window to block the defense matrix to make sure the Blizzard doesn't get eaten. Throws it on point, and that's a second cap from Warrior Cats. With just 1 minute to play with now, we Rub the Dub throws a bomb on point. Here's the ults. Here's all the kills coming from Topaz Titans. Not before giving up 2 points.
Yeah, 2 points. That's definitely big for Warrior Cats.
That is huge. I cannot understate how huge that is. That was an incredible performance from Warrior Cats. Playing out of their mind this game. I don't care win or lose. You guys are playing out of your mind. That was
Now,
crazy.
do we see the recounter with another smash in?
I doubt it. I don't. Maybe. You know what? Maybe.
They might just copy what Warrior Cats did and teleport on top of that little roof there.
I wonder how much, this is more interesting, how much the metagame is in, right? Look at this. Terrible Tim starting on the Hanzo. The Smashton is making a huge place in the metagame right now. If he's starting Hanzo, you could almost assume he's doing that as a means to counter the Bastion. But Topaz electing not to play the Smashton strategy. Also, Hanzo able to get a read on what they're playing by throwing a Sonic Arrow at the door. I wonder if he's going to do that. Looks like he's not going to. If he can get a read on what they're playing, then he can get a read on kind of like if they're really going to play Smashing or not. Here's the arrow. They're able to see. Yeah, they're able to see the whole team, and there's no Bastion, and so that's now understood. Okay. So, Topaz, Robo has to pick up a Mega in Cinema over there. See this rotation from Topaz. They're going to walk out in front. There's no Maywall to deal with. Rubadub going to take Daylight off that high ground over there. Superfly barely able to stay up on top of that choke. Rub almost... Actually, Rub loses his mech. You can't lose your mech there. Yeah, you did kill the soldier, but they got your mech. That is so much more important. Superfly goes down, though. That's actually a big shatter from Water. Water able to clean that up, get his shatter just a little bit faster than Superfly. But that is not going to automatically win this game. Like, this tick here gives them no extra time. They are not in overtime, but we are approaching it very quickly. Mercury going to stay on point here. And all it takes, honestly, especially with Warrior Cats' comp here, is to play a slow fight. Get into overtime. Don't make any big commitments. Do not die and lose this fight before overtime is in. Absolutely build your ults. Try to win one fight. And then use that fight win to tick the overclock timer out.
If anything, they just need to make sure they get the payload to a very tight spot, and then the dragon can just clear them out.
Oh, it's a big window. Window from both teams. Superfly looking for a massive shatter. It's huge. Oh my god. Oh, wow. What a boom. Actually saves the Reinhardt from Topaz's Titan side. Terrible Tim goes down. Superfly kills Robo. Couple of trades here. It's 5v5 on point. We're looking at Overwatch 2 right now. Superfly almost goes down. Water swinging for dear life here. Trying to make any space he can. Daylight gonna get frozen in the backline. The flank failed. We got Boots and Scoots beating his team out of death range so that they can regroup and get one more fight here. A Blizzard from Super Silver could really clutch this.
Is he going to use the dragons, or is he going to let them take it?
Sheffy with a bomb, throwing on point. And a Dragon Arrow comes out. Robo goes down on the Doomfist. All kinds of ults are coming out, and it looks like Topaz Titans might be on the lead for this one. Hide and Bush, push the window down. You can't stay on point with that window there. It's really rough. There's no mech for Sheffy. Daylight on the high ground could turn things around potentially, but they really need respawns to come in right now. Respawns need to come in immediately. Sheffy gets a mech. Sheffy squishes. It's crunch time on Mercury. Loses the mech immediately, but Superfly back on the ball. Oh. The stall is insane. It's not going to be enough, though. You got to stay on point. The spawns aren't there. That's the shatter. Boots and Scoots. No way Boots and Scoots is back. What a stall.
They just barely had to push it through.
Oh, yeah. That is about as close gets. I cannot tell you who I have no idea who's going to win this tournament. Like, sorry, this tournament match. These have been such close games. That was probably the closest King's Row I have seen to date this tournament.
was very good from both teams.
Wow. Just 2 cards. What the fuck? 37 or 34,000 healing. That is a what the hell
That
moment.
is insane.
Item Bush absolutely cracked on the Baptiste. That is insane. All right. Wow. What are your thoughts after seeing that one?
Well, Warrior Cats have definitely shown they're able to hold up against Topaz, so I definitely expect with these next maps coming up, Warrior Cats is gonna pull a nice little underdog moment, pull
I
through.
hope so. I want to see it. Oh, okay, they're asking for a bio break. I'm happy with that. Yes, bio break. Let's go. And then when we come back after the bio break, then we will be going to Watchpoint Gibraltar. All right. I will see you guys in 5 minutes. All right, and we are back as we are about to head into Watchpoint Gibraltar
Arriving at Watchpoint Gibraltar.
between Warrior Cats and the Topaz Titans.
Initiating match.
This has been such a thrilling match so far. Right now, Topaz Titans is 2 maps up, but having watched these games, I'm telling you, it's not a roll. It is not a steamroll. Unfortunately, this could be the final map. These we're not playing for seeding right here. This is just playing for like this is double elimination bracket. So if you get to 3 wins on any given set, you automatically win. This could end in a 3-0, and I'd hate to see that because these games are just so good. But yeah, we're now looking for Warrior Cats to do an entire reverse sweep here. They need to win 3 games starting now. It's gonna be a very big uphill battle for them, but I believe Terrible Tim on the
Interested in the attack here.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. No way you're saying, okay. I see what you're trying to do over there, Robo. You're trying to get the casters to talk about a smashing strategy on the Jib, and it's not going to happen. We're not falling for that shit.
1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Right on target.
That's a huge kill from Tim. Just kind of guessed that the Echo or someone would be there and just happens to find Robo. And it's a big kill, too. Super Silver just kind of letting the cart go. And, oh no, doesn't recall out of the spam damage and just dies to a fire rocket. Water's going to try to contest this bridge up here. Water not really interested in walking through that tunnel on Winston. But also not allowing Superfly to just get a free dive on his backline either, so good heads up play from there. Now it looks like we're gonna get some more just incidental cart push here. Warrior Cat's not really interested in contesting this first corner, just gonna kind of wait for post car wash to make their contests. Super Cheeks jumping off the little island there, kind of taking a look downstairs, seeing what's going on. Superfly having some ambitions to maybe jump off his high ground. That's no recall from Super Silver.
Both damage are over here focusing on the supports though, while the other people are just pushing this cart.
There's 2 very, very separate and very long distance fights happening right now.
I know Robo really shines on that Echo too, so.
Yeah, that's true. Now, I'm sorry I could not watch both things at the same time because they were taking place a mile apart from one another. But it does look like when all the dust settled, that Warrior Cats came on top. Now Robo, I think he's always had it, but I think now, for sure at least, Robo does have the Mercy Pocket. So maybe this will be a more fair sky duel between the 2.
I do know this is Topaz's signature dive with Echo Mercy.
Indeed.
So it works very well on this map.
The Nano comes under the monkey pretty quickly. Superfly going to primal the backline to try to slow down this push. Water now having to primal in order to not feed, but this is just still feeding. Like, now you're primaling just to get out.
Winston.
That was a great defense from Warrior Cats to force the Nano primal and have no value come from it.
Oh,
They even went with a primal from the Echo, and that doesn't even actually give them a whole lot of space. So this is a great defensive strategy from Warrior Cats, able to just be really evasive and not die to these dives.
Poor Winston up here fighting for his life.
Doing whatever he can. That is double DPS ult from Warrior Cats. They're going to make sure that this fight is in the bag. I'm not sure that they needed really either of those to clutch that, but they did clutch it. It is only 1 minute left on the clock, and okay. We do have Superfly coming up on the Primal and Sheffy coming up on the Grav. Grav coming up on both sides. But really, ult advantage, in my opinion, right now in favor of Warrior Cats. We will see Hide and Bush Nano the monkey in. Pulse Bomb not going to find anything. What are we going to do with this Nano? It's going to come in on Water. Water going to jump in on the Ana. Going to find that kill that he's looking for. Superfly and Sheffy both have ult here. With 17 seconds on the clock. Okay, so what they're going to look to do here is probably just... Okay, he's going to have to use the Primal to stay alive. Didn't want to use that. Wanted to wait till next fight. Terrible Tim sitting on low health. Probably going to die and get staggered here. Unfortunate for him. Superfly just going to try to stall this out as long as possible. I think that jump could have been a feed, though. Nope. Going to be safe on the blue box, actually. Massive grab, though. Able to carry 3 into that corner. And they're going to Primal all of them out of there. Daylight struggling to keep the cart alive. Probably isn't going to be able to. Sheffy should not be using ult here. Just going to die on cart. Okay, so it took them a little while, but Topaz Titans got their head in the game and were able to get point A. A really good defense on point A from the Warrior Cats. Pause. We're going to pause.
Okay.
Pause. All right. I don't know why we're pausing here, but we do allow a 5-minute pause on each team. So if they want to use it, then
Okay.
you get 1 pause. Yeah.
Understandable.
It looks like they're just fixing a lag issue. They're hoping that it will die down during this pause time, and hopefully they won't be lagging here after the fact.
You're only going to give them a minute?
Not by my clock. My clock says
okay.
9:01 EST at the moment.
Mine says 9:03. I was like, huh?
All right, they are ready. Okay. Here we go. Back in the game. Just a reminder, we are on point B now, while Warrior Cats looking to defend, starting from the top of the ship. Superfly makes a pretty big jump on top of the ship, get that soldier off the top there, and now we're just looking to control as much of this ship as possible. It looks like we got Robo switching over. Oh my god, that's a big barrage opportunity for Terrible Tim. That was an oh my moment if I've ever seen one. This is exactly what Warrior Cats needed. You know, there are 2 ways Gibraltar generally goes. Either the attacking team just absolutely steamrolls that second point and there's no fight to be had, or they lose 1 fight and this gets difficult for the attackers. People have said that this is the most difficult point in Overwatch to take as attacker when you're kind of starting fresh from a lost fight. Now, after Overwatch 2, that point is probably going to be point 3 Circuit Royale, but that's because that map sucks. This map right now is the hardest one, though. Gonna have to duck out of that. I don't think that's gonna find much. Innovies are gonna create a lot of space, but in the wrong area, right? They need to be getting spaceship control. And so that did make a little bit of space, but not like enough that makes it fight winning. Now they are going to rally through the spaceship. This is much stronger. Being able to take the whole spaceship away like that is a big deal. Superfly going to be primaling in the tiny room here. Sorry for the camera movement. And now we're still looking at bridge and spaceship control, kind of going into favor of Topaz Titans, but Mercury does fall off the bridge. Superfly kind of going a little bit deep there. Not able to stay alive, but was able to find a couple of kills. Gets rezzed.
DPS do have ults on Warrior Cat's side, and all they really have on Topaz is Primal.
Is it
So
Primal, right?
we'll see how this goes.
Primal seems to be really good on defense to like stall things out, but like here, I mean, really, if you're primaling with water, it's a matter of like you're just gonna have to like bring him off the high ground, cut off angles. And that's exactly what he's gonna get done here. Pushing that Ana way back in the corner, able to juggler in the corner, and actually puts a lot of pressure on that Pharah. Now we're gonna get a res on the Star Cheek, so Ana does come back up, and Water gonna have to jump out of that. Then we get a Nano back on Water. Water jumps back in with the Nano boost. Robo just gonna use the Visor to clear off all the people on the high ground.
Mercy was holding that point.
Yeah, the Visor didn't really stop Boots and Scoots at all. Boots and Scoots just kind of flying around, just partying. Doesn't give a shit about the Visor, apparently.
They almost have Grav ready on Warrior Cat side, which could be a good turn.
Actually, big Grav. A lot of cleat from Superfly gives him a Primal, and that's going to stall this a little bit longer. Unfortunately, that Primal from Superfly was definitely feeding. When you jump into the bomb and just take it point blank, he took about 600 damage from that bomb as soon as he pressed Q. So that was not worth it, but it's okay. He's switching off the hero anyway, going over to Brawl. This is a common thing I have seen where people will switch off dive into Brawl for this last point, just to hold this corner, because Ryan actually does have a pretty big presence here in this first corner.
60 seconds remaining.
Seeing more of a full dive, though, now from Topaz Titans with the Tracer Genji. We haven't seen the Genji yet this match. There's the Nano into water. He's pretty deep down in there, but Terrible Tim might actually get one on him here. He's got to jump out to get out of that high noon.
The payload, 30 seconds remaining.
Oh, Robo gets the dash through the back line, finds Terrible Tim. Now he's just kind of hiding back here. Star Cheek's a little bit afraid of that. Trying to stay away from Robo as much as possible. Robo using dash, though, there. That's really big. There's no defensive mechanism for Robo to get out. Now Robo's just definitely dead.
I got ball stall. It'll hold him for just a little bit.
A really good stagger there on the Robo.
Superfly ends up having Shatter now. This could be great.
Yeah, that was a meaty Shatter. So we're looking at a definite fight win here for Warrior Cats. Going to end it before the third cap. That is what they need. That's what they need in order to start the reverse sweep. It starts right here. Like, it's not to say that they haven't been bringing the heat the entire match long, especially with that really, really like butt-clenchingly close game on King's Row. But like, yeah, definitely bringing the heat back up. I can sense this.
It looks like Topaz is just kind of dominating, but in reality, like Warrior Cats is so well, coming very close to winning a couple games.
Very close.
This could be it.
This could be the last game, although I'm hoping we'll see still up to at least a map 4, if not a map 5. I am confident. Let's see if it can happen. It looks like Super Silver going to be playing the Torb here to try to put some contest in the sky, as well as Robo on the Echo and Mercy to back it up. That's a lot of counter Pharah. That's a lot of counter Pharah.
Yeah,
along with Rub on the Pharah, or on the Diva. I'm so sorry. Then I actually see, and especially Hide and Bush on the Ana on defense can be pretty nasty. It looks like Terrible Tim might be swapping back to Pharah. Just wants to do a quick TP over to the other side. This is a very common strategy. Tim almost dying there, actually. Goes down to like 20 HP. You see Tim back on the Pharah. The turret is going to go down here.
Give Pharah a little bit of room to move in. Their Pharah has like a really good angle to just pressure that little room that they were all just in.
It is an excellent angle. This redundancy of range pressure angles is going to pay huge dividends for Warrior Cats as Sheffy makes his way across that corridor onto the island. Robo going down here. Terrible Tim, very low HP. Does he know about the mini right there? Not many people do. There you go. Picks up that mini. You get the mech back from Rub. So it's still a tough game to be had here. A lot of space held by Superfly, not really allowing them to do too much. They might have to jump on top of this island and get Superfly up there real quick before they make any more progress from Topaz Titans. Right now, I mean, Warrior Cat's really just looking to play this longest fight as possible because their poke is better, their spam is better. They're looking to just drain the resources. So as long as this lasts longer and keeps going and going, I think we're in a Warrior Cat's favor. Star Cheeks with Nano Boost.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Both teams coming up on quite a couple ults.
Actually, just noticed I watched Star Cheeks perspective there. They actually have the toggle on the confirmation nano, like nano monkey yes question mark. Interesting. I'm not actually seeing people use that.
It could
They
be
use
helpful,
it could be helpful not to nano the wrong person.
especially you know Lucio likes to come by and just rob it.
You're not wrong. Very interesting. I might almost try that. Okay, so water primaling back to point here, kind of using part of the primal just to get
Oh,
to the
they
point.
just burned that echo copy.
Yes, they did. Now the Torbolt comes out, and it's going to try to keep people off the point here so that Topaz can hold it as long as possible. They don't really need a whole... Like, Warrior Cats really only needs to have one person on the point, though. Although Robo is going to just clean everyone up with a pretty nice beam. Robo has one beam in a dream. That's all it needs.
Him on the echo now? That's interesting.
Okay. Here we go. Echo v Echo. Although Tim can't make a play right now. He needs the Mercy Pocket to do anything really big. And also the team's just still kind of stabilizing. Look at Robo here. Do it first play we're going to make. And he gives away the position behind the blue box. Robo able to get a nice set of stickies and a beam there on Terrible Tim. 50 seconds left on the clock. This is the nasty Topaz Titan defense that I remember. We have seen this before where this
The
Echo
soldier ult
is
does
just
kind of come
nasty.
through.
Oh, that's true. Daylight does get a few. Part is
We
kind of
do have a
close.
grab.
Rub able to pick up a lot of energy off that. Or Sheffy, I mean. Sheffy is just max energy with a grab. Could be very useful here in capping this point. It's not over yet. I can see Warrior Cat smells the blood. This is it. This is 15 seconds. Whether they're going to stay in this tournament or not. There's a massive 3-person grab.
Nice.
The cleave comes in. Superfly falls asleep. 25% to ult. Not going to be able to primal in this last fight. 4 seconds on the clock. Daylight on the high ground. Super Silver goes down after blowing his load a little bit there. Daylight's not going to be able to stay alive against water on the high ground. Boost the scoots. Trying to keep Superfly alive on the high ground. On the card, I mean.
Topaz just can't get off this point or else.
That looks pretty bad. Well, we're going to get a duplicate. Duplicate on the Winston might hold this for quite a while. Overtime starting to tick down, but we might get a little
And
bit
we got
primal
a
here.
ball, too.
And the ball's on here. This is the mad cockroaching strategy. No primal coming from Terrible Tim. Not quite able to build it in time. Now Daylight's back on the point. Superfly still just trying to spin the win, though. This is starting to look more and more inaccessible for the Warrior Cats, unfortunately. This does look like... Oh, we do go for the Boostio. Boostio
Oh,
not
they-
able to hold it. Topaz does win 3-0 against the Warrior Cats. That was an incredible match still. A lot of big highlights to be had here. Warrior Cats still playing out of their mind and gave us a pretty awesome performance. And might I remind you as well, Warrior Cats not out of the tournament. This is a double elimination tournament. And this also means, by the way, Critic, that you are going to have to play against the Topaz Titans in round 2 winners bracket. How do you feel about that?
Feel pretty good.
Feel
Gives
pretty
us a
good.
chance to redeem ourselves.
Okay.
I can't wait.
That's awesome. All right. Well, I am also looking forward to that match whenever it comes around. And we're going, again, we're going to be featuring quite as many of these playoff matches as possible. If I have time to feature it, we are going to feature it. So keep your eyes out for them. And that's going to be all from me today. All right.